people found it really surprising that like Linkin Park wasn't like the biggest inspiration from
Right.
Ashes to New. And I'll give you an example. We ended up doing a Linkin Park cover, and it was in the end, and we were doing it live for one of the tours that we did. And I realized on that tour, as I was learning the song, that I had been rapping Mike Shinoda's parts wrong for 20 years. So like.
This stream is brought to you by Brondo. It has electrolytes.
Sweet. I like Liquid IV. I'm a big fan of that. I don't know if you guys ever tried that or not.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever tried Brondo?
No. Wait, is that fully endorsed?
It's impossible.
No, it's from the movie Idiocracy.
Oh, dude, I have not seen that movie in like since like the 90s, whenever it came out.
Oh,
Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
So, are you big Beavis and Butthead fans then?
Not as much.
Used to be. Yeah, used to be. For sure.
Man, dude, if you dug it when you were a kid, I highly recommend checking out the new season that Mike Judge has been doing on like I think it's Paramount Plus or something. Like, dude, it's so good. Like it's.
Wait, for real? I didn't even know that existed.
A new season.
Oh yeah, you didn't know? Dude.
No.
Oh my God, yeah. So Mike Judge relaunched the whole Beavis and Butthead series. Like he made a brand new movie, and then started a whole like new series. I think it's on Paramount Plus is what it's on.
What? Dude, let's go. I know what I'm doing.
Dude, it's so good. Like it's all that nostalgic like butthole humor, but it's like updated with like TikTok references and shit.
Right, they're whacking in the camper. And shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lots of whacking. It's great, dude, because like I'm 35 years old now. I think I'm a little bit more mature and wiser, but a good boner joke gets me every time.
Oh yeah, dude, come on. That's what it's all about.
So it looks like you guys are on a bus. I'm guessing you're on the road right now. You hear me?
Dude, so we're on tour. We're on the bus right now. We're in Baltimore. There are a lot of things working against us. So.
Oh no.
Yeah. Wi-Fi.
I was just say, are you using some Walmart parking lot Wi-Fi or something right now?
No, I think we're on the bus Wi-Fi. Are we on the bus Wi-Fi? Yeah, we're on the bus Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you guys just did Welcome to Rockville this past weekend, right?
Yes.
That's awesome, dude. How was it?
Very sick.
It was good, man. It was a lot of great bands in one small window, and it still ended up being super sick. So.
Nice. Yeah, I'm actually a DJ on SiriusXM Octane, so like the entire Octane crew was down there except for me, pretty much. So I got some serious FOMO.
Damn, man. Yeah, it was really awesome. Actually, no, it sucked. You didn't miss anything. It was they honestly missed out by not being at work that day.
They could only take the essential employees, like the guy that brings the sandwiches was there. I'm pretty sure they took the janitor, just like the real essential people. They can't. I get it. That's fair. What do you guys think the best set was you saw?
Oh, Avenged for sure. At least for me.
I think Avenged may be the only set that I did see, honestly. So
I think Avenged was the only one any of us saw.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
And by the way, we're seeing the stream on the phone right now, so anyone who is watching that doesn't know where that other voice is coming from, it's Maddie. They are arms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We're here.
Yeah. We got the full band here. We're trying to fit everyone in. Next time we
play a fun game called Whose Cheeks Are These?
There you go. I like it.
Play a little musical chairs in this back lounge. We can switch halfway through.
Yeah, and I can always recrop it too. It's just we'd have to keep going back and forth every time someone new speaks. But they all are here, guys.
You guys right now in the stream.
We got the entire from Ash's new guys hanging out. Yeah, no, it's gotta be crazy. Like at those festivals, I know I've covered a few of those festivals before. It's like you never really get to see all the bands you want to see, and especially when you're playing, man. I imagine you got a lot of shit going on. And it's not like you're just there for the festival. Like you're on tour. Like you're stringing through. So.
Yeah, and anytime you're trying to go anywhere, there's usually a group of people, and you're trying to get everyone together, and then you have to get a cart or a van or whatever, and it takes time just to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Avenged was the only set I saw too.
Yeah, we tried to see other sets, but it just took too much time.
Yeah. Yeah, those layouts are pretty huge too. Like you said, it takes like a mile walk to get from one side of the venue to the other to like where your camper is and all that shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it's crazy.
So you guys recently just dropped the Armageddon single. Like, how's the response been to it so far? Is it everything you hoped it would be and more?
No, it's exactly what we wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Just another building block to our growth and where we're going as a band and what we're doing and solidifying ourselves as a force in this part of the industry. You know, we've always gotten a lot of great feedback about our live show and, like, you know, how we are on tour and stage and all that stuff. And we wanted to, you know, bring that into the video world and the music that we create and everything, and kind of just put it all together and show everyone that, you know, we're here to stay. And not only are we here to stay, we're you know, working to solidify our spot at the top amongst many other great bands.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, it feels like the subject matter kind of deals with, like, just like the social landscape of the world right now, like just how everyone's feels really divided, you know. There's just a lot of animosity on both sides. Like, do you guys feel like, for the most part, aside from writing music about it, do you try to kind of just stay out of it and, like, kind of tune it out, or are you, like, fully entrenched in it?
Somewhere in the middle, I would say. Because if you get fully entrenched in it, you're just gonna hate your life all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like being informed, trying to see the BS on all the different sides, or trying to see through it and trying to see where there's actual truth and stuff like that. It's trying to do that so that you're not just completely ignorant to things going on. That's kind of the middle ground I think we stay in. We're just like, we want to know things. We want to make sure that we're as informed as we can be, without wanting to die every day because it's so bad.
Dude, you can get sucked into that endless scroll, man, and, like, you just keep going and going, and then God forbid if you interact with somebody in a comment section or anything like that, like, it just, oh God, it can be so draining.
Yeah, when you take people away from being in front of each other and put a screen in between them, people suck.
Yeah. Yeah, do people get real brave when they, you know, have the anonymous, you know, screen they can hide behind? Like a lot of people are way too sure I'm not going to, like, find out where they live and come beat their ass or something. Yeah, people are way too comfortable sometimes.
Yeah, that happened to our front of house guy at Welcome to Rockville. He wears a tactical vest. He usually, like, at our own shows, I think he has a knife for, like, protection. He has his like
radio on it,
radio, all this different stuff. And this guy stood right behind him and took a picture of it and posted it to some, like, forum. It was like a group for like touring crew. Yeah. He was like, so front of house is getting it's a hard job. It's such a dangerous job that you need a tactical vest now. Like, LOL. And, like, somebody else screenshotted it, showed it to our guy, and he turned around and looked at them. He's like, you guys like posting on Facebook? And they got super embarrassed.
Dude, I bet, man. Yeah, like, that's always a thing with, like, especially with, like, haters in general. Like, a lot of times people will talk shit, especially if there's, like, something that's, like, has a lot of comments already, a lot of, like, virality to it already, and they'll talk shit in the comments. But once they're called out by the person that posted it, it's automatically like, no, I was just joking, man.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm always responding to people, or we have a specific troll video on our TikTok where it's like us rocking out to 20,000 people at a festival while user 293860005 comments, your band is trash, from his mom's basement. And so I just made that as, like, kind of a joke at first, and then I realized, like, whoever is, like, belligerently talking crap on us, I can just tag them in that video and they get so upset, or they go, dude, I wasn't trying to, like, upset you or anything like that. It's just not really my thing. It's like, yeah, people change their tune real quick.
Dude, I had a guy hit up our record label saying he was gonna sue me.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what was that?
Yeah.
Who was gonna sue you?
I had a guy hit up our record label, sent an email, and the record label, like, hit me up losing their mind, saying he was gonna sue me because he went out of his way on a Facebook post to talk shit on us and tagged us in it. So, like, that's the way we roll. Like, we don't just let that slide.
Yeah.
Now, every now and again, we'll let it slide. It's just like, all right, whatever. Like, there's so much more love than there is hate. So, like, we want to pay attention to love more, obviously. But every now and again, it's like someone's just really defaming us. Yeah. And that's what this guy was doing. And I was like, nah, I can't let this slide. Like, if it was just some dude, like, no reaction, but he's just, like, commenting back to people in the comments and, like, telling them all this stuff, like, that's not true. So I just went on there and was like, listen, dude, you have no clue, like, what you're talking about right now. Like, you're so full of shit and you think that you know, but, like, you just have no idea.
Yeah.
And like like I was pretty nice actually. Like how I handled it was like, you know, I didn't swear at the guy on purpose.
Yeah.
Like anytime I go into something, I try and keep it as like PC as possible in the event that they're gonna flip shit and lose their mind.
Well, yeah, and you want to look like the level-headed one. You don't want to look like the psycho online.
Right. So like I kept it like real chill, and
Yeah.
like
he went out of his way to find a record label and
yeah. It was nuts, dude. It's nuts.
That's
Spent the whole day like talking to lawyers and like
he claimed that we were gonna threaten him on stage the next day.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that, like completely unhinged.
Yeah.
Dude, like that's like the next level of like telling a teacher on somebody in the class. Like that's just to the max, man. Like yeah, dude, it's tough because like I'll do that sometimes too. Like I usually have my notifications turned off, man, just because like it just gets me too much sometimes reading like all the you're an asshole comments and shit. And sometimes like I'll just open the app up and I'll see a comment, it'll just hit me at the right time, and I'll be like, I'll have like a funny quip in my head right away. I'm like, fuck it, I'll go back and forth with this dude, and I'll do it for like 10, 20 minutes. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm wasting like half my day here, like to fucking talking to this person, like who has a picture of a car as a profile photo. Like I don't know who they are, you know? Like
it's always the base. Car. It's always the basis from some band. That,
dude.
So like it's always that, like every time I'll go to like their page and it's always some dude who's got like, you know, he's shirtless playing a bass guitar at some bar for 4 people, and it's like, well, no knocking on that guy.
Yeah,
when he starts doing that, I'm coming back at him, man. But it's always that dude.
100%. And I always think like, oh, I'm gonna fucking put you on a list. I'm gonna wait for you to try to hit me up for your stupid band one day, but like I never remember. Like they probably hit me up. I'm probably like, oh, this is cool,
That's
dude.
funny.
Like
I do have a list.
Dude,
Danny keeps the list.
I keep a list.
Publish it. That rules. So do you guys think like TikTok has been pretty big like for the trajectory of the career?
I didn't, you know, so when we first started, we didn't know how TikTok worked. And honestly, I wish we would have started. So like we created it back when it was music.ly. We had the page and just never, and never used it because I didn't know what was going to happen with it.
Smart to get on it early though.
Yeah, now we're all Captain Hindsight. But, you know, so like we didn't really know how it all worked. And when we started getting into it and figuring out how it worked and like how to deliver our music to people who didn't know who we were, it really started popping off for us. But it wasn't until like I made a post. It was like, who saw us on the spring tour with Shine Down and 3 Days Grace? And like the comment section just started filling up with people who were like, found you on TikTok, and because of that came out to see you, like, or reels or things of that nature. So I think it's been really beneficial for our career and people discovering us.
Yeah, I mean, it's got like some of the most organic reach that like we haven't seen since the MySpace days. Like, yeah, it's pretty dope. And like, yeah, it's cool that like you said, you guys got in there early, and like, of course, like in the beginning, I'm sure it was like kind of a cringy thing. Like you don't really tell people you're on TikTok, you know. Back in 2019, like you weren't being like, yeah, hey, you want to follow me on TikTok? Now it's like, yeah, it's cool.
What are you doing, dancing?
Our first TikTok Lance created, it was of a cat wearing like what was it?
Wearing my Naruto outfit.
Yeah,
Naruto baby clothes.
I think 500,000 views.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, the stuff that popped off back then was so great. Like you could just like, I feel like the landscape's a little different now, where like you have to like the level that people are putting into like their content creation on there is like on the same level as like YouTube or anything else, like, you know, big platforms. So it's like the days of just posting some funny 7-second thing and going viral that like took you 2 seconds to make usually doesn't happen. I mean, it still does, but just not as much, I feel like, as like, you know, the full-blown stuff. But,
which is good for our attention span.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little bit more of a legit app now, rather than just a bunch of dancing and like random videos. I really like the algorithm now too.
Danny wears a haptic vest, and that video blew up on TikTok of him explaining why he wears it. And someone came out specifically just because of that vest.
Nice. Yeah,
so it's like, it's wild how it works.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about the vest. Like, what kind of inspired the whole like, you know, dystopian post-apocalyptic like aesthetic that you guys have?
America.
Yeah. Nice.
America in about 5 years.
Yeah,
for sure.
2020.
Yeah, like it feels like watching a video game or something like that when I watch you guys' videos.
Yeah.
It's very like.
Well, I would say it's not something that's like, unique or proprietary. You know, it's been done before. The post-apocalyptic thing. We were just trying to do our own kind of take on it, and you know, mix it with our style and our sound. And that's just kind of the look that came out. Lance has always kind of had this look, and he's always looked really great with it. So we all tried to like adapt.
Copy me? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, whatever.
Adapt sounds better. We're gonna say adapt.
Well, when Matt also did the Day One record, the visuals just off of the album cover kind of represent that, and it's kind of what the original lineup's theme almost had a little bit. So with this latest record and even Panic, we wanted to go back to our roots a little bit more, and the roots kind of also attracted the visuals of the original ideas and stuff like that. So we wanted to go further in depth with all of it and actually have something that the fans can gravitate towards, kind of create like a universe from Ashes to New, and have something that people can kind of build their own characters with and things like that, and get a little bit more in depth with.
Yeah, no, that's really cool, because like this new record is supposed to be kind of like a prequel to the first record, right?
Yeah. I mean, everything like the artistic direction and some of the songs and lyrical direction and the sound overall is supposed to, like Maddie just said, just go back to our roots in that first record in Day One. And that's why it's called Blackout, by the way. So Blackout is before Day One. So Day One is the new day after the Blackout.
Gotcha. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I mean, so like that first record obviously had a different singer on it, and any band that's ever changed singers, you forever get fucking comments from people like, "Oh, I liked you better when you had an old singer." Like, are you worried about like kind of revisiting those like ideas from that first record? It's going to drudge up more of those like die-hard first record fans at all?
I would say, well, no, I don't think so, because most of them, if that was the only record they care about, they're not really around anymore.
Yeah.
So it's not really too big of a deal. But also yesterday, someone was surprised to know that there was a singer before me. I was like, cool.
That happens a lot.
Like, that's great.
I had no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the original singer was, I don't even want to call him the original singer, but the first singer.
Seat warmer.
Yeah. The seat warmer. I mean, he was only in the band for that first record, and we only ever did like a couple tours. It was only for, you know, like a year or two that he was in the band during the, you know, the concept phase, and then into the first year or so of touring. So most people only know the band with Danny, and because Danny came in 2017, and here we are, you know, 2023, halfway through 2023. So I mean, like, you know, we consider like the first record obviously is how a lot of people found the band, because it was such a big album and it did so well. But you know, in reality, we've only been a band for, you know, 6 years. Yeah. So, you know, this band's only existed since 2017, really. So, I mean, that's kind of the way that we view it, and that's the way that a lot of other people view it as well.
And that's not to take away from what was on the first record. It sounded phenomenal. It was a special record with special songs on it. So, but, you know, the band has moved on from that, and, you know, we believe that we're in a better place now. So.
Yeah, I think it just becomes this like weird like cool guy mentality, like you said, like it was one record, and that happens to bands all the time. They put out one record with a different member, and all of a sudden like you get a few like diehard loyal people. They're like, oh, I liked their old stuff better, blah blah blah. So it's like, dude, there's one record. It's not even the same fucking. It's like you said, the band started in 2017 for like you guys, and like that's where you're at right now, like, and that's the sound.
It definitely happened more earlier on. For sure. Like after we put out our first one is this lineup, but I think like they were saying, like it's just trickled away. Like people don't even realize it anymore. So luckily for us, we don't really get those comparisons, or at least for Danny, we don't constantly get those comparisons anymore, to where it's like the back and forth. It's just we can do our thing. Yeah. We're grateful for that.
Well, I'm grateful with the Danny's in the band too. I like Danny. Everyone in the comment section seems like Danny too.
Yeah, I see that.
Dude, I mean, speaking of comparisons, I mean, obviously you guys nail that new metal sound. I mean, you do your own spin on it. It's kind of like a refreshed metalcore version, hard rock version of new metal, but you know, you still have like a lot of those elements. And then obviously the comparisons get thrown out with Linkin Park a bunch in the comment sections.
Does that? You were gonna say the Beatles.
What's the Beatles? Yeah, a lot of. I hear a lot of you know Paul McCartney in your voice for sure. Like, do those comparisons ever get annoying though? Do you ever get tired? Like, yeah, we get it. Like,
So yes and no. So like, okay, so the very beginning concept of this band, there was never.
I think we
Are
just
we
lost
frozen?
it again.
We froze.
Hold that thought.
Let it go.
I
Are
see
we
you.
back?
Let it go.
Oh, you can see us?
Yeah.
We're back.
Our video is frozen.
Oh, weird.
We see you, but our videos.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're moving and talking. I can hear you.
Perfect. All right. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So from the very beginning, this band was never made or the concept was never thought about like sounding or creating music like one or two other bands. Of course, there were bands that influenced us, and people found it very surprising when the band wasn't 100% influenced by Linkin Park.
Right.
You know, like one of the things that I've always said though in creating this style, because this is my, you know, me personally, and I think I can speak probably for Maddie as well, and this style of like metal and hard rock is my favorite style. It's actually my favorite style of music. I grew up on hip hop, and then like this stuff came out in the early 2000s, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I didn't actually start creating this style of music until, you know, the 2013 really. So you know, as a writer myself, I was always really inspired by this style of music, but never really thought like, oh, I'm going to be in a band like that, until one day I was like, you know what, I'm just going to rap, because I rapped early on, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to rap over these riffs and stuff that I'm creating and see what happens. And then it ended up leading to one thing to the next. So people found it really surprising that like Linkin Park wasn't like the biggest inspiration from
Right.
Ashes to New. And I'll give you an example. We ended up doing a Linkin Park cover, and it was in the end, and we were doing it live for one of the tours that we did. And I realized on that tour, as I was learning the song, that I had been rapping Mike Shinoda's parts wrong for 20 years. So like I didn't even know, like, you know, so like listening to Linkin Park, it was always like more of a Chester thing for me, like even though I grew up on rap.
Yeah.
So so really it's just the style of music. And I say this all the time, there's, you know, when you listen to different styles and genres and subgenres and all these different types of music, there are always going to be a bunch of bands in different subgenres. It just so happens that this particular subgenre only has like 4 or 5 bands that do it.
Right.
So you're going to get the comparison to the GOATs. You know what I mean? And the GOATs obviously are Linkin Park, and there's ones that are right up there with them, and Hollywood Undead, and Papa Roach, and Rage Against the Machine, and
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, Limp Bizkit, bands like that. So I mean, you're obviously going to draw the comparisons because there's only so many of them.
Yeah.
For us, we're grateful that we're listed in the comparisons. So I mean, it's an honor to be a part of that. But you were asking if it bothers us if we like it. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword in reality. Like it's both. So we fed into it at one point because people kept asking us to do Linkin Park covers, do a Linkin Park cover. So we're like, all right, cool. You want to hear it? Here it is. So then we did it, and then we drew obviously tons of comparisons right after that. So then they had, you know, when people ask, do more Linkin Park covers, like, well, we kind of did that already.
Yeah.
We want to focus on being us now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's double-edged sword because it's got to be a great entry point for a lot of new fans. Because like, if somebody likes Linkin Park, they're pretty much good chance they're gonna love your band. Like, it's gonna be right up their alley, you know. Especially since we don't have new Linkin Park anymore. Like, and like you said, it's you guys aren't a Linkin Park cover band. You don't sound exactly like them, but you fill a lot of those boxes. You check a lot of those boxes for people. So it's got to be a double-edged sword because it's like a nice entry point. Oh, you're gone again. There we go. Man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi or what.
It's our bus Wi-Fi, 100%.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
we suck.
No, dude, it's like, hey, you're on the road. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I don't expect you to go sit at a coffee shop and do this shit. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's usually pretty decent. For some reason in Baltimore today, it's really bad.
fucking Baltimore.
I think we just used it all up probably throughout this tour. It's just like, no, I can't take any more. I'm done.
You
I
guys,
mean, they were downloading Call of Duty updates last night. That's like
Oh my
32
God.
oh, you sons of bitches.
Yeah, so I mean, like, you know, the comparisons, going back to what we were saying before it got cut off, it's funny because, like, you know, we'll post stuff and people, like you said, like, it kind of checks the boxes,
Mm-hmm.
and people will go immediately to the comment section if, like, they're just finding us for the first time, and it'll be one of two things. They're, oh my God, this is amazing. I haven't heard this sound since the early 2000s. I absolutely love this. I'm glad you guys are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Or Or the other one.
I hate it.
Yeah, but
Swings
it's
the
not
other way.
just I hate it. It's always the same comment. You'll never be Chester. Like it's always that comment. And it's
Linkin Park wannabe, you guys suck ass.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I always see because it'll be like a reel or a TikTok of Danny singing a chorus, and we'll do like a studio overdub of a live thing because they just seem to hit the algorithm for some reason. I don't know why that works so well, but like it hits the algorithm and it brings tons of people in, and it's always you'll never be Chester, and it's like no one's trying to be fucking Chester.
Right.
Like Danny just sounds like Danny, and if you think that sounds like Chester, I don't know what to say. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's not
funny.
like why is that the automatic the assumption like, oh, you're trying to take the place of Chester? Like what a weird mentality that would be if that was your goal. If you guys got up every day and say, all right, dude, what does Chester usually wear at shows? Like these jeans, right? Like, okay, cool. I can do that. Like what a fucking weird mentality that'd be.
I never even studied him as a vocalist, really. I listened to them a lot,
Yeah.
but when I started singing, I was listening to Breaking Benjamin and Avenged Sevenfold, and I actually studied Avenged Sevenfold the most.
Yeah.
So that was really who I learned the most from.
Mm-hmm.
Never studied Chester or his screams. It just so happens that when I do my screams and the way that I do them, it has a very similar. It might be the same mechanics, like the same technical way of doing it, and maybe that's why. But yeah, no, I definitely am not waking up being like, I'm gonna buzz my head and like gauge my ears more and like, start listening to Stone Temple Pilots or whatever.
Right,
It's
right.
like,
Yeah. Like, I don't even feel like, honestly, I don't feel like your voice even sounds like Chester Bennington's voice. I feel like maybe it's just a fact that you hear it right after some rapping, and maybe there's like this mental like reflex. You're like, oh yeah, Linkin Park. Like,
yeah, and he's got a deeper voice. That's the other thing. It's like, oh, deeper rapping voice, gritty, higher, European voice, like Irish, Scottish.
That's what I always say. I say it's because of where they're from in the world. Like, you know, Chester was Scottish. Our last singer was Scottish. Danny's Irish. Like, it's all kind of. You were just saying like last night that we're with Bullet for My Valentine on the road right now, and you were just saying that Matt Tuck sounded a little bit like our previous singer. Welsh. And he's Welsh, so he's from that area of the world. You know what I mean? So I always think that it's probably because of like where your family originated. Like that's the way your vocal cord structure is created.
For sure, yeah. It's just a dialect.
Getting the flame wrist tattoos, and that's why he's like Chester now. Yeah,
dude. I think your incarnation into Chester is like, you're starting to metamorphosize. I love it.
Dude, I mean, it is an honor though, because you think about it, like when you go back to like when we were kids, and we're right around the same age. Like you go back to when we were kids, like Chester's the GOAT. Yeah, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like if you were to ask me who my favorite singers are in the metal industry, or were or all time or whatever, I would probably say Chester's at the top. Yeah. And I think a lot of people would say that as well. So, I mean, it is an honor to get those comparisons. But again, like, it does kind of suck at the same time, just because, like, it's like, all right, I get it. Like, 4 or 5 bands did this style of music. We happen to be one of them. Yeah. Like, like, there's a lot of rock bands that sound identical. Mm-hmm. For example, like, country music. Like, Maddie and I listen to a ton of country music. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's just from where we're at, in the world. So where we grew up in the sticks. Like, that's just kind of the way that it is. Yeah. And like, with new country, I could put that on and I could probably tell you like 3 of them.
Oh, for sure.
Because for the majority, they all sound exactly the same. But like country fans are just like, fuck yeah, I fuck with this because this is country. Mm-hmm. It's talking about like what I love. It's the style of music I love.
Makes me feel good.
It makes me feel good. I'm listening to it. But for some reason, there's that divide in the rock and metal industry where it's like you either absolutely love something or you hate it and you don't know, like you don't have valid reasons to hate it.
Yeah, there's very
like your reason to hate it is because it's not what I want it to be. You know what I mean? Like it's like if we could get the rock and metal industry to come together like all the other industries that come together, especially country, because that's ruling with an iron fist right now. Mm-hmm. Like if we could get our industry to come together like that and lift up and just support music and artistry for being good music and artistry rather than it sounds like this. Like, I mean, all of it fucking sounds like something. You know what I mean? Like, no one's creating anything original, and if they are, most people probably aren't listening to it. So, like, if we get it all to come together, we could blow this industry up. It could be super sick.
Yeah, no, I agree. Unfortunately, as much as I love the rock and metal world, we are kind of like always the last in line to just get with the program a lot of times. Like, a lot of times rock and metal fans have to be dragged over the finish line kicking and screaming like, this is what we're doing now. This is what's cool, or this is what's like really, it's okay to like other things, you know? It's like, yeah, you
But
really...
it's not all of them though, because like we've been really, really blessed as a band to have such an eclectic fan base. Like people from all different walks, and they see us live or they hear our music, and then they come in immediately. So it's not all of them, but I mean, like there's obviously a lot of people that are really I don't want to say stuck in their ways, because we all as people in different avenues get stuck in our ways, but I think in a way that are kind of jaded in the way that the music has either progressed or lack thereof.
Yeah.
So, or you know, like if you think about like, yeah. If you think about me, like if you were to ask me my favorite bands, I'm probably gonna rattle off some legacy bands.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I myself somehow in some way need to get out of that mindset too, and kind of just broaden my horizons and open my mind to things that are happening right now in the industry.
Yeah, I mean, that is the unfortunate part, is like, you know, a lot of my job or whatever is to expose people to new music. And like what I've noticed, what I found a long time ago was, you know, almost every single person you talk to says, I want to find new music. I want to discover new music. Where can I find I want to find new bands. That's always the mantra or whatever. But then they really don't. Like 90% of them don't want to listen. They just want to hear the same 10 bands.
We're in the era of you can find anything you want at any time, anywhere, right now.
Now, in reality, what they want is they want new music from the band that they already love.
Right.
They don't want new music from a new band. They want their old favorite band to come out with something new. And then when they do and it's different, they're like, fuck this shit. This is the worst shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Or people already have an idea of what they want to hear. So when they're hearing something, they're like, nah, this isn't it. I don't like it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we got to get past that. That's the biggest thing. And like, you know, with our biggest thing right now is like, we're trying to get people to see like, you know, us for more than the comparisons.
Yeah.
And you know, see what we are as artists, and like, you know, what we're able to bring to the table. And you know, we've been doing this style since 2013, when it was really, really, really uncool. Like this style of music was like, it was like, no, like we came out and people were like, why are you doing that? That is the most uncool thing that you could ever do.
Yeah.
So like, you know, we've been doing it since then, but now everybody's starting to do it again.
Yeah.
And you know, you see people getting like recognition for it, and you know, you'll see bands like pop off and like, oh, that's really cool. They're doing rap and rock, and it's like, all right, we're back with this. This is cool. Let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all remember that period of time where nu metal became like pretty cringy. Like we all liked it, but there was like this you know, public perception of it where like it wasn't cool anymore, and like those bands became like lame to listen to and stuff. And then you know, circle of life, just like every other music genre, like kind of comes back around. Like now it's like the Sick New World Festival, and like now the new metal hashtag on TikTok is like 3 billion views. You know, of course it has a lot to do with nostalgia, but I mean, it's everything is old is new again.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and like for me, like I started doing it in 2013 simply because. I just didn't. I'm one of those people who doesn't care about what's cool and what's not cool.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't really have a barometer for it either. Like I used to, like when it came to like the way I dressed and things like that. And I guess I still kind of care about that. But at the end of the day, like I just kind of care about being happy and what makes me happy.
Yeah.
And I don't care. Like I don't look outside of like me or my inner circle of people to like see what everyone else is doing to like fit in. And I just like. I don't know. I feel like fitting in is just like one of the toxic things that we do as humans. It's like, just be happy. Who gives a shit what someone else thinks? Like, so like, you know, if you like rap and rock, like I've always liked, then just continue to like rap and rock. Who gives a shit?
100%. Yeah. I mean, well, that's the other thing too, is like people can just sniff out authenticity these days, like way more than they used to be able to. Like, and yeah, if you're out there not really feeling it, like if you're just doing it because you think other people are going to like it, a lot of times people can pick up on that, and then it's not going to translate. You know, it's not going to convert, unfortunately.
Right.
So it's good to stick with what you like. You say you listen to a lot of country music?
Yeah.
Nice. I started getting into country just this like past year. Like my son and my wife are super into it, so by proxy, I've been listening to a little bit of it. Yeah. Do you have any go-to artists?
Jason Aldean's my guy.
Luke Combs, for sure. Luke Combs is top tier for me.
Nice. Do the other guys in the band hate country?
No, I enjoy it. I just never really paid attention to what was on.
Yeah.
But it's always a good time.
I think Lance hates it.
The
new stuff you don't like as much as the old stuff.
Old stuff is better. I don't really like it phonetically sometimes, and there's the sound of it. But I appreciate the writing. The writing is top notch.
Nice. We should hear a new metal cover of a Jason Aldean song from you guys. I think that would be.
I thought about doing a Dirt Road Anthem, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, because it's got rap in it. He raps. Like, how perfect would that be?
There you go.
People would hate us.
I don't think anyone's done that. That's exactly why we should do it.
Yeah, dude. I'm saying,
like, I hate
this is it. Hey, everybody on the stream, keep this shit to yourselves, okay? We're gonna.
Yeah. Everybody, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody about this idea. They're gonna drop this in like 2 months. It's gonna be dope. Actually, probably faster than that. You guys work pretty quick. You'll probably have it out next week.
We could if we really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
We'd have it out tomorrow if we really wanted to do it.
All of our biggest songs are done in a single day.
Yeah.
That's the crazy. We'll like spend months writing the album and recording it, and that's like, we need one more song. We gotta do something. One day in the studio, recorded, done, biggest song. We're like, what the hell?
That was Hate Me Too.
That was Panic.
Hate Me Too, Panic, crazy.
Through it all.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful time for content creation, though. Like you say, you can take this idea in your head and just fucking churn it out so fast and get it out there while you're still excited about it. Because I'm sure you've put out music before where it's like been 6 months to a year later, and it's like you're still pumped about it, but it's like a lot of that initial like, oh, this new song, I'm so excited to show people, kind of wears off after a while, It's like, the fact that you can do that now, like, is that kind of like your process for when you're creating new stuff?
It should be.
Yeah.
I don't know that we have like a set process, honestly. Like, it's kind of just like talk about it for a long time, and then don't do anything.
Yeah.
And then when like it comes to like crunch time, like, oh, we need to do something, and then we write like Danny was saying, like we spend a bunch of time writing a bunch of ideas. They always end up being the album tracks, and then when we really, really need to do something is when we end up writing our best material.
And this record's been done for a year and a half.
Oh wow.
Maybe even up toward 2.
Two? Yeah, almost 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So that initial like excitement, I always like take a step away and like don't listen to it for months and months and months, and then I'll go through and listen to all the songs and be like, yeah, like this is good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're hearing it again for the first time. Like, oh shit, I forgot how good this was.
Yeah.
We have kind of found like a new way of writing some songs and stuff. After, what was the last thing we were doing? We did a couple other songs and like the Christmas stuff. And we just found like a new fun way of creating something really special. I think we might try to take that, I wouldn't say formula, but that approach to a couple of other songs to see how it come out.
Nice. I mean, what's special about that writing process, if you're allowed to get into it?
It's a secret.
secret song. Is this a KFC recipe of from Ash's songs?
It's a Krusty Krab
We
recipe.
can tell you 10 of the 11 spices, not the 11.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I mean, you guys used up all your Wi-Fi downloading games last night, right? So you stuck that all up.
We did.
You guys are big gamers.
Sorry,
our crew did.
Our crew did.
Yeah. Do you think there's you guys ever want to get into that world? Like maybe make a from Ash's new video game?
I'm gonna let Lance take my seat. Go ahead, Lance. Come on, Lance. Come on, wait. Come on, Lance. Talk about video games.
Come on.
But this is a From Ashes to New video game. What would it be?
I don't know. I don't know. You're the video game guy.
Would we ride horses and go up the mountain to, hold up a sword that like?
Are you talking about a
lights
Volbeat
on
song?
fire? Oh yeah, that's Volbeat. No, but for real though, I'm trying to get these guys like on Twitch with us, like to actually play games.
Nice.
I don't know what I got to do to make it happen. I've been trying for like 3 years.
I'm pretty sure I just talked to the chat the whole time.
Yeah.
There you
Actually,
go. I'm
Danny,
like-
you did come in on a stream and play Among Us one time.
Oh yeah, once.
Once.
I didn't know what I was doing and I lost. I'm pretty sure.
Lance and I have gamed together. I'm a Call of Duty guy though, so I kind of just stick to Warzone.
I don't think you can see you still. It's only this
Yeah.
half of the screen.
Yeah.
Get close.
But happiest side ever. So I'm a Warzone dude,
Nice.
but the rest of the video games for me, I'm like I don't get too involved with. But I mean, Twitch sounds fun to me. I
Yeah.
always want to have like a nice little setup and like do all that. I started playing Fortnite recently, but again, it's just first-person shooters for me.
For sure. Yeah. So, like, do you guys think
Lance
that's
is
going to
into-
be like something you would do one day though? You think you'd ever like kind of get into your own kind of maybe not make your own video game, but like be like an extra level and bonus level some kind of video game?
I'd love to be an NPC.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Honestly, if we could just get characters in something,
Yeah.
that would be really awesome to me as well. Like if I could just be running around in Call of Duty or Fortnite, just shooting people. that'd
Dude,
be
Yeah.
awesome.
you're just the water boy. And
Ah, lost you again.
We're back.
There we go.
you just like in the water boy when the towel boy comes out in the field and gets smeared by like like a
Yeah.
linebacker.
I don't know why they haven't added him to like a
Mortal
Madden.
Kombat characters, that'd be sick. That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. I don't know how we would do it though.
You just
I know,
shove
man.
your drumsticks through someone's head as like a fatality. That'd be sick. Yeah.
Yeah, there's gotta be somebody that can hook that up for you. My video game knowledge pretty much ends with Tony Hawk Pro Skater on PS2. I think that was the last game I played. But
That was a while ago.
Yeah. I'm not a video game guy, but I mean, obviously, there's a big market for it, and like you guys are doing like some kind of competition, right? For fans to come out and play games with you.
Yeah. When is that? I don't know, but
I forget what the exact date is, but yeah, we're gonna do something where we're gonna do a giveaway with a console, I believe it is, and play with us as well.
yeah, we're
That's
actually
sick.
gonna rig it so that I win the console.
Yeah,
So,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. So like, what's you guys are on tour with Bullet right now? You said, is there a big difference to playing to like with their crowd as opposed to somebody like Shinedown?
Shinedown's crowds, a lot of people say that their crowds can be very intimidating and not accepting, but they were extremely accepting for all of us. The whole package was great between Shinedown, 3 Days Grace, and us. Just across the board, a lot of differences, but musically, obviously, with styles, but a lot of the same fan base overall. We saw a lot of Shinedown fans asking for them to bring us out for the last year now, so we knew that it was going to be a good tour. We just only did one show as of last night with Bullet. We just trekked across the entire states and did Welcome to Rockville, and last night was our first one with them. So I can't really say it's too different, but last night's crowd did go crazy. We had a massive chant at the end, screaming encore. You know, it was a great show. So
Sick.
I think that they're shaping up to, even though these shows are smaller venues, they may be rowdier than what we saw in the arenas.
Oh, probably. I mean, yeah, sometimes that can make it even better if it's a little tinier venue. Yeah, cram those people in like sardines and go nuts.
Yeah.
That rules. Yeah, because I mean, you guys are you guys jumping off that straight onto the tour in this moment? And what was it, Emotionless in White, or is there gonna be a break in between?
Little break. We're
Little
gonna
break.
take June off. Yeah. We're gonna probably do some more behind the scenes sort of things and do some stuff for the new record that's getting ready to come out, and then probably the end of June meet back up again, start doing rehearsals, get the production all ready, and July will be out. July to August.
This is Matt in from the Peanut Gallery for anyone who can't see me. If we were to jump off of this 8-week tour into the 6-week tour with Motionless and In This Moment, I'd quit the band.
All right, so who's ever in charge of that, make sure it doesn't happen. Make sure there's some
It's
break.
me.
Good, there you go.
I'm the problem. It's me.
So I'm the one that will tour just nonstop.
Yeah, Matt, he'll stay on the road.
I think that even I just need like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever heard that out of you.
Yeah, for us, honestly, as vocalists, like we get through a tour and it's like I don't want to do this anymore. Like I need to go home. I need to be able to like speak in a normal voice again. Because like our voices get so overused and so overtired that's like even your laughs are messed. Like my laugh is messed up right now, where it's like breaking and like phlegmy and gross and disgusting. It's like I can't wait to go home and not sing for 4 weeks so that I can come back out and be fresh.
I can't wait to be out of Bunk Alley.
Oh,
Like, I think that's my biggest thing. Like this over here, again, Matt speaking off camera if it's in vertical mode. This over here is bunk alley, and it's where I think there's some of them are going. There's 10 right now, right?
Yeah.
We had 11. We had 12
we
at
had
one
12.
point.
We had 12. Yeah.
12 mouths and bodies breathing in a very small space.
Yeah.
You'll wake up
Jesus.
like at least 6 times a night, like, what is that smell?
Yeah.
Who is that?
I just give me 4 days. Actually, I just need a bed. And
He's already gone down.
Like, it's a mess for me. Everybody's stuff is everywhere. I'm like, I just can't handle it anymore.
That
Which is
real-
funny because I have probably the cleanest house like in the eastern part of the United States, and like when I'm out here, I'm just like, fuck it.
Because you've given up the fight against the mess.
Yes, because I used to fight about it and it just didn't matter, so I've decided to focus my energy elsewhere.
Yeah, just became an enabler. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for Matt and Danny, you guys are talking about like your voices, giving some rest and like taking some time off and everything. Do you guys drink water on stage while you're playing, while you're performing?
Yes, 100%.
Because I
There's
just
so
read a
much
story
fog in the
that the
room.
dude from Buck Cherry apparently doesn't drink water. I mean, he's not like the I don't know if you'd call him like the pinnacle of vocal prowess, but yeah, he like this big news story about how he doesn't drink water on stage because apparently it tightens up your voice, makes it harder to sing after a while.
Well,
It's
yeah.
cold water.
You need
It's
to,
cold
you need to
water.
have like
Yeah.
room temperature or slightly warm water so you don't ingest anything too cold to where it like tightens up the muscles in and
Yeah.
around your throat.
That sounds like an excuse to drink alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like he's probably just drinking like JMO on stage or something. Like,
Hell yeah.
It
Yeah,
can't be
there's
all water. It's got to be like at least stripper bathtub water. I'm sure he's getting some of that in him.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's what you need to drink. That really just loosens all of it up.
yeah.
yeah. The
Yeah.
yeast infection helps.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing like vomiting mid-set.
Right.
Acid reflux really coats the throat.
So we only got a few more minutes. I wanted to do a quick this or that with you guys if you're down.
Let's do it. You want musical chairs?
Yeah, whoever
Yeah,
wants to
sure.
do it, whoever wants to be on camera for it.
Since this
What is
the
it? I don't
spot.
understand what we're doing, but sure.
Well, I mean, this is the only spot that you can see.
I'm gonna sit right down. on the
Yeah,
floor
maybe
this
we'll
way.
just like.
There you go.
All
All
Now
right.
I'm just a head.
Yeah,
in the
floating
corner.
head, man. It's cool. All right, ready? New metal or emo?
New metal.
Pretty obvious one, yeah. Pop punk or metalcore?
Metalcore.
What was the?
What was
Pop
it?
punk or metalcore.
Oh, metalcore.
Spotify or Apple Music?
Apple.
Spotify.
Apple Music.
The three of us. He's the random Apple.
You're the Apple. You're the dude sending Apple Music links to everybody. Like, God damn it, dude!
Yes, he is.
I have a buddy that does that all the time. Something Apple Music. I'm like, I can't listen to this, bro. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah. I have to just type it in.
Yeah. Converse or Vans?
Neither.
Converse.
Neither.
Yeah.
Barefoot.
Converse.
I don't even know.
Well, actually, Converse cons. Otherwise, Vans. I'm difficult.
I've been wearing Adidas a lot.
Van versus.
Yeah, Van versus.
Van versus.
I wear both.
Warped Tour or Ozfest?
Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Warped.
Oh man.
It did.
So I played Warped Tour, but because of the music, I'm gonna go Ozfest.
Nice.
I mean, the music's sick. The Warped Tour did more for me with my career. So.
That makes sense. Yeah. Sleep Token overrated?
Yes.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what overrated means.
I'm gonna say yes. You're gonna say no.
I'm-
Good.
I'm
First of
leaning
all,
towards
good
no.
for them. I don't dislike them in any way, but I would say it has to be. It has to be at least a little bit.
I'm gonna say this. I don't get what's happening.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
like because their music like sonically is cool.
Yeah.
But like I don't like it's not like my cup of tea.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
don't really like understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But awesome. Like it's so cool to see artists blow up like that.
Right.
That
that's
is
fair.
cool. That
That
part
part's
is
fair,
wild.
yeah.
That's where I'm going to say no, is because I think that the album and what they're doing is super sick, and it's unique in its own way.
Mhm.
But I also don't understand how it got marketed the way that it
Right.
did.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just like mind blown.
So
Right.
I'm not gonna say it's overrated, but I'm not gonna say it's underrated. I'm kind of in between like Matt, but also just tell us the marketing scheme.
It's hard to say overrated though, because like
Fill us
Like,
in.
I'm an Eagles fan. Okay, so I'll give you an example, and I know this is like a fire round, and we got like no time left. But I'm
Oh,
an
you're
Eagles
good,
fan,
man.
and
You're good.
everyone talks shit on the Eagles all the time.
Yeah.
And like last season, everyone's they're like, oh, you got a soft schedule, like you can't, like all this shit. They're all overhyped, like oh,
Yeah.
they're old, they're too young, blah 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 blah. It's like all season long, all I ever hear is how they're overrated. And then they go to the Super Bowl and barely lose under a lot of circumstances we don't need to get into because that's another discussion. But they go to the Super Bowl and barely lose, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, "Oh yeah, they're legit. They're legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be like a force next year." And like then now everyone's on the bandwagon. So it's like I don't really know what overrated means. I guess like it's just that's all purely opinion based.
For sure. Yeah, no, everyone, there's definitely a lot of bandwagon shit involved in that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nickelback, overhated?
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, overrated.
Nice. So you
Yeah.
support the Nickelback, the Canadian butt rock?
Oh, they're sick.
It becomes a movement, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like everything is like, oh, people hate them. All right, I do too.
Yeah.
And that, like now people are like, you saw the articles like, oh, well, Nickelback's not as hated as we thought.
Right.
So does that mean that they don't have a Cards Against Humanity card anymore?
Oh, man. See, yeah, there's
I think Nickelback's sick.
They made some of the biggest songs of the early 2000s, early and mid 2000s.
Yep.
Like,
Their riffs are. If you take their riffs away, they're heavy. Like
Oh,
their
yeah.
riffs are heavy. Just them by themselves are pretty heavy riffs. I'm like, they're sick.
You know what? I wonder if like this like kind of worldwide acceptance of Nickelback is gonna hurt them. Like I wonder if like they're not gonna be as popular now, Because if the
Yeah,
Simpsons
right,
aren't gonna make
exactly.
fun of them anymore, like maybe they're not gonna be.
Dude, so like, I mean, I think it's divided in every fan base, right? And like, or every artist. And the bigger you become, the more love you're going to receive, obviously, but the more hate you're going to receive. Like it just works that way, right? Because more people find out who you are. And I think one of the finest examples of bands that we've been able to share stages with is Five Finger Death Punch, and like they have such a divided jury on them. There's so many people that love them, but then again, there's so many people that hate them. But when you go and if you know them behind the scenes, they're fantastic people. But you go and you play with them and you watch them. First off, I just want to say I love that band and I love their music. But like the people who don't, go watch them.
Yeah.
Go watch that band. They're fucking incredible. It's insane.
I agree. Yeah. No, they definitely get a lot of undue hate, and I that's one band where I don't understand where the hate came from either. Like how they got like shit on some. I mean, again, just being popular, I guess it happens.
Yep. It just comes with it. Comes with the territory, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Right. I can't wait till everyone hates me. So, all right, last one for you. Would you rather watch every single Tyler Perry movie ever made, or listen to every single Imagine Dragons song ever made?
Yeah, I'm going Imagine Dragons all
Imagine
day.
Dragons, yeah.
I don't know that I've ever even seen a Tyler Perry.
she was just talking about how much he can't stand Tyler.
I would watch him with C.
Yeah, he's one guy in our crew. He's incredible personality.
Nice.
He's a what?
Big
what?
Boston dude, just authentically himself, just
Yeah, but it's funny because I think you bring up Tyler Perry because he was just talking trash on Tyler Perry's movie.
Imagine Dragons for sure though.
We're going with Imagine. Dan Reynolds, he's apparently he's a smoke show to girls right now. He's the new heartthrob, I guess.
Really? Just
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, I know, it's weird, man. He's like going viral on TikTok in these like little blue booty shorts he's wearing, and like now, like anytime Imagine Dragons gets brought up, girls like, yeah, but have you seen the singer? Like,
Get on it, Danny. Let's go.
yeah,
Get
that's
them
what you
booty
gotta
shorts
You do
out.
not want to see me in booty shorts.
Let's get that Speedo with the thong in the back.
The chat disagrees, Danny. The chat disagrees. All right. Well, do you guys have any last parting words of wisdom or anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
We got a new record coming out in July.
July 28th.
Yeah.
You can pre-save it now.
Yeah, pre-order. That's huge because all of those pre-orders and everything, they go to our first week sales, which mean everything as an artist. So
Absolutely.
so definitely pre-order it.
There's some cool bundles too.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff. Just keep doing what you're doing. Fans anyone who's listening or paying attention, just keep doing what you're doing because it's working. And I know that, you know, a lot of people have been supporting us for a long time, and I see all the time, like, why is From Ashes to New not, like, at the very top of the industry? Or I'll see people like, you're going to be headlining arenas and stadiums someday. Like, keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so pre-order Blackout, everybody. It looks like everyone in the chat's already pre-ordered it, so hopefully everyone listening in the future on Spotify and YouTube, you better pre-order that shit now.
Let's go.
And you guys obviously find the guys on TikTok, Instagram, all these social medias. Get them on OnlyFans, right?
Yeah. No, I was kidding. None of us have that.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah. Yes, that's
I'm
the
gonna
next
get on
step.
that. I'm gonna get on that feet finder, but it's gonna be anonymous.
There you go. Once
It's
Danny
not
gets the blue
anonymous.
booty shorts on, it's gonna
It's
be
anonymous. My page is anonymous. If you can put the feet to the guy, more power to you.
Yeah, that's
I
some serious
I got some
dedication.
good feet. I think they're gonna sell.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for chatting with me, man. I appreciate you taking the time. And, I know it's tough on a bus, so I extra appreciate that. So
Of course.
it's good chatting with you. Chat. Thanks for hanging out with us and kicking it. And yeah, we'll be back here again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Not with these guys, but I'll be back here. So,
Hell yeah.
all right, peace, guys.
Take care.
All right, bro. Later.
See you, man.